Hello, Art2 here, and we're in week 7 now. So I want to mention that the midterm presentation is next week. I've mentioned it several times um, in class, and you should have gotten an idea by now of what you're going to present on, and then have this week to do it. And part of next week, if you want to work on it and present on Wednesday. Otherwise, we can't all present on Wednesday. We're going to have to break it up, and some that are more prepared would present on Monday and then Wednesday. So again, it's presenting on an artist or an art style, art method, art technique, something in art history, or maybe one of the art movements. Okay, and you're to show at least 5 images describing, giving example to what your subject is about, what your subject is, and also you are to provide some text in your presentation, although it can be just bullet points where you talk about the bullet points and you have notes possibly, or you memorize what you want to talk about. You don't have to write it all on the PowerPoint if you are able to have notes or remember what you want to talk about and use just bullet points on the presentation along with your images. Okay, this PowerPoint or Google Slide presentation should at least take 5 minutes to present or longer. Not 3 minutes, not four, 5. So time yourself. Once you get it all done, time it. See if you need more content. See it's too short or not. Time yourself talking in a normal speed, like you were presenting and talking and showing images, and time it. Okay? And also, the biggest thing, and don't forget, is to provide, you want to produce your own artwork that relates to your subject. So if you're doing it on an artist, then you want to do some artwork that's like that artist does, or partially like it, and or an art movement, then you want to do something about that art movement. Um, like I say, it doesn't have to be drawing or painting. It can be just about anything. It can be cake art, costume art, jewelry art, makeup art, tattoo art, um, performance art. But you're going to have to do something artistically, produce a artwork of some sort that relates to your subject. Okay, it can be like needlepoint or uh, costume sewing and whatever like that. And but you're going to show your own example. Cake art, you'd show your own example of cake art. You would make one. On and on. Makeup, the same thing. You would come in and probably make up your face or somebody else's and show everybody, but it can't be taking very long. So do it prior if you're to do that one and bring it in. Bring your face in or somebody else's face. Or you can't really take the time to make it up in class. Okay, because it's, 5 to 10 minutes long. Otherwise, you're going to be there forever. All right, so let's talk about abstract and abstract organic form. This number 13 and 14. There are two paintings. You can use pastels, oil or chalk, or both, or you could use acrylic. I wouldn't stay away from watercolor because you'll see that you need saturated hue. You need very bright colors and very saturated, so concentrated, not watered down like watercolors can be. I'm going to show some examples of that now. This is Bing. I'm going in and putting abstract painting. As you can see, the colors are very vibrant. They're very bright. Some of this is just patterns and shapes. Some of it is representational. Some of it isn't. But surely it's exaggerated in one way or another. If it's not the colors that are exaggerated, then it's something else. Okay, this may allude to a pond or water, a reflection on a water, but it's not literal. Same with all these. Uh, they allude to something possibly, but they aren't literal, and they're abstract. Lots of different colors, lots of shapes, if you wanted to do that sort of thing. Now, like I said, one is an organic form, so that is something that is alive or was living, organic, not geometric as much. Okay, and you possibly want to represent something, so you're going to show something that is recognizable in an organic way in the second painting. The first one can be like these, where you're just creating a sort of a pleasing play on different colors. Now you can go in here and look at them yourself. I'm not going to take a lot of time showing these, but you can go in and look at them. Now you'll notice that they're using bright colors together to create abstract form and whatnot. You see, so this is representational, but it's using abstract colors. They're not typical colors for a lion. Okay, so that's abstracting. You're abstracting. Same with this face or faces. You'll see. Um, Abstract. Different colors, not the normal skin tones. Okay, let's go back and see what else we can find now. It gets even more crazy when you put abstract expressionism, which is an you can do. It was a movement. Um, Gets a little more crazy, where you know faces and nutty things, exaggerated things, or just shapes that maybe allude to something, but they're not really literal. But there's a lot of things in here. I sort of see something here, might look like an animal, but some of it is very undetectable. What was that I saw just a minute ago? They keep changing them up. That was a pretty good one. One with like a cat face in there. Let's go back. Some of them are about music and whatnot. Uh, Abstract horse over here. Kind of crazy takes on faces and stuff. Here's some what seemingly might look like animals or something and birds. I'm not sure. That's where you got to be very creative. Here's a guitar. So this is about music, possibly. Very cool. Just, you know, lines and certain shapes and everything in lots of color. A lot of color going around. Well, you know, those aren't typical colors. Water is maybe blue and there's reflections, but the sky and buildings, maybe not, you know? So that's another take on it. And lots of crazy faces and stuff. Um, that's a Jackson Pollock right there. So I'll let you look at these yourself and see what you might want to do. Like, like I mentioned, this is abstract expressionism painting and also just abstract painting. We'll come up with many ideas, although I think this has got a little more variety to it, different things to look at, you know. This looks like maybe a city, or maybe not. Kind of not sure, you know. It creates a lot of wonder. All right. So I'll leave that up to you. You can look at these, and there's two, like I mentioned. One can be just the kind of forms and squares or shapes that work together. It's endless, but use bright colors and use a lot of colors. Okay, or you can do something in an organic sense, something that was alive or is living, people, animals, uh, vegetation, flora and fauna. Okay, even if it's super abstract, this is an organic form. All right, so is this one, which is very cool. All right, I'll leave it at that, and we'll talk with you later.